lies. Sweet lies that make you feel good for 5 minutes before reality comes crashing back. I am successful. Are you? I am confident. Really? Everything happens for a reason. Does it? The Stoics didn't deal in comforting lies. They dealt in uncomfortable truths, and those truths set them free. Epictetus was born into slavery. Imagine that. He didn't choose his circumstances. He didn't manifest his freedom. He was property. Someone else owned his body. But somewhere in that darkness, he realized something revolutionary. They might own his body, but they couldn't own his mind, not unless he gave it to them. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And he didn't just say it, he lived it. He went from slave to one of the most influential teachers in human history, not because his circumstances changed first, but because his mind changed first. That's what these 12 affirmations will do. Not change your circumstances, change how you meet them. These aren't random positive statements I pulled from the internet. These are lessons that people learn too late. Truths that someone lying on their deathbed wishes they could travel back in time and tattoo on their younger self's heart. Wisdom that costs decades to earn, but only minutes to understand if you're willing to listen. Bronnie Ware spent years working in palliative care, sitting with people in their final weeks of life. She documented their biggest regrets. And you know what topped the list? "I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me." Think about that. At the end, with nothing left to lose, people didn't regret their failures. They regretted their conformity. They regretted playing it safe. They regretted waiting. How many mornings do you have left? If you live to 80 and you're 30 now, you have about 18,000 mornings remaining. Sounds like a lot, right? But how many of those will you actually remember? How many will matter? How many will you spend fully present instead of half asleep, going through motions, waiting for life to start? Seneca said, "Life is long if you know how to use it, but most people don't. They waste it on worry, on resentment, on seeking approval from people who don't matter, on building lives that look good but feel empty." These 12 affirmations are different. They're not here to make you comfortable. They're here to wake you up, to shake you out of patterns you've been running for years, to show you where you've been lying to yourself and where you've been living someone else's script. Before we begin, I need you to make a decision, not about me, not about this video, about yourself. Are you ready to stop going through the motions? Are you willing to be uncomfortable if it means finally being honest? If yes, hit that like button right now. Drop a comment below. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this. Subscribe to this channel because we're not here for quick fixes. We're here for real transformation. And whatever you do, don't skip any part of this video. Your old patterns are comfortable. Your new life is on the other side of discomfort. If you're done wasting your life, declare it below. I refuse to waste another day. Number 1. Today is my real life, not practice. I will live it fully. You've been treating your life like a rehearsal, like the real show starts later, when you lose the weight, when you get the promotion, when you find the right person, when the kids are grown, when you retire, when things finally calm down. But here's what nobody tells you until it's almost too late. This is it. This morning, this regular day, this imperfect moment. This is your actual life happening right now. The Stoic philosopher Seneca watched people waste their entire lives waiting. He saw wealthy people postpone joy until they had more wealth. He saw powerful people delay peace until they had more power. And he realized something that shook him. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. You're wasting it right now if you're waiting for better conditions before you start really living. You're wasting it if you're saving your energy, your love, your dreams for some future version of your life that may never come. Think about how you've been living lately. Have you been going through the motions, checking boxes, surviving until Friday, waiting for vacation, putting off that conversation, that trip, that creative project until you have more time? Here's the hard truth. You won't have more time. You'll just have different excuses. There's a reason this is the first affirmation. Because if you don't grasp this one, the other 11 won't matter. If you keep treating today like it's just another day to get through, you'll get through your entire life without ever really living it. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself every morning, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. He wasn't being morbid, he was being honest. He ruled an empire, but he knew that emperor or not, his time was limited. And that awareness made him present. It made him appreciate. It made him stop postponing what mattered. When you wake up and speak this affirmation, you're making a declaration. You're saying, I will not sleepwalk through another day. I will not wait for permission to be happy. I will not save my best self for later. This means actually tasting your coffee instead of just drinking it while scrolling. Not just hearing them while you think about work. It means noticing the sky, the air, the fact that you woke up breathing. It means doing that thing you've been postponing because you're waiting to feel ready. People at the end of their lives don't regret the things they did. They regret what they postponed until it was too late. They regret the love they didn't express, the trips they didn't take, the dreams they kept on hold, the person they never became because they were waiting for the right time. You want to know what the right time is? Now, this moment, this imperfect, ordinary, unremarkable moment. This is your life, not the highlight reel, not the version you'll tell people about. The real one, the one happening between the big events, and it deserves your full presence. Stop right here and type this commitment. Today is my real life. Number 2. I will pay attention to the people right in front of me. You're surrounded by people, but you're not really with them. Your body is in the room, but your mind is somewhere else. Checking notifications, replaying arguments, planning tomorrow, anywhere but here, with the person standing right in front of you. And one day, you'll want that moment back, but it'll be gone. Marcus Aurelius wrote, confine yourself to the present. Not because the past and future don't matter, but because they're stealing your ability to actually connect with what's real right now. Think about the last conversation you had with someone you love. Were you fully there? Or were you half listening while thinking about work, scrolling through your phone, or waiting for your turn to talk? We've become experts at being physically present while mentally absent. There's a Japanese concept called ichigo ichi. It means one time, one meeting. The idea is that every encounter with another person is unique and will never happen again in exactly the same way. This conversation, this meal, this ordinary Tuesday afternoon, it's unrepeatable. Once it's gone forever. Your mother won't be here forever. Your father won't be here forever. Your children won't stay children forever. Your friends won't always have time, and neither will you. Every moment you spend distracted is a moment you're choosing your phone over a human being who won't always be available. Seneca observed people wasting their lives and said, people are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. You protect your money, you protect your belongings, but you throw away your attention like it's unlimited. It's not. When you speak this affirmation every morning, you're making a commitment. You're saying, today, when my child talks to me, I will put down my phone. When my partner shares their day, I will listen with my full heart, not just my ears. When I'm with someone, I will actually be with them. This doesn't mean you have to be available to everyone all the time. It means that when you choose to be somewhere, you're actually there, not halfway, not mostly, completely. There's a man who spent his son's entire childhood working late, missing dinners, checking emails during baseball games. He told himself he was providing, building a future, being responsible, and he was. But he was also missing the present. His son is 23 now. They barely speak, and all that man has are memories of moments he was physically present for, but mentally missed. He can't get those years back. The boy who wanted his attention is now a man who's learned not to need it. Don't be that person. The people in front of you are not interruptions to your real life. They are your real life. The email can wait. The scroll can wait. The worry can wait. But the person in front of you, asking for your attention, sharing their world with you, they won't wait forever. Eventually they'll stop asking. They'll stop sharing. They'll learn to live without the attention you were too busy to give. Epictetus taught his students, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. What does that have to do with attention? Everything. Because to truly pay attention, you have to be willing to miss out, to not know what's happening online, to not respond instantly, to look foolish to a world that measures worth by responsiveness and productivity. But here's what you gain: real connection, real relationships, real memories that you'll actually remember because you were present when they were made. If someone you love deserves your full attention, write this. You've been at war with your body for years, criticizing it, punishing it, ignoring its signals until it screams. You look in the mirror and see everything that's wrong instead of the miracle that's right. But your body hasn't given up on you, even when you gave up on it. Marcus Aurelius dealt with chronic illness his entire adult life. Historians believe he suffered from stomach ulcers, possibly even cancer. Yet he wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." He didn't have a perfect body, but he understood that his body was his vehicle for living, not an obstacle to it. Think about what your body has done for you. It's fought off countless infections you never knew about. It's healed cuts and wounds and broken bones. It's kept your heart beating while you slept, breathed for you while you weren't paying attention, digested food you barely chewed because you were eating while distracted. Your body has carried you through heartbreak, stress, sleepless nights, and every bad decision you've made. It's shown up every single day, asking for nothing but basic care. And how have you treated it? Like an enemy, like something that needs to be fixed, changed, improved before it's acceptable. The Stoics practiced something called amor fati, which means love of fate, love of what is, not what you wish it was. This includes your body, not the body you'll have when you lose 20 pounds, not the body you had 10 years ago. This body, right now, with its scars and stretch marks and imperfections. Seneca watched wealthy Romans obsess over their appearance while destroying their health with excess. He said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. You can't enjoy the present if you're constantly at war with the body on health. It's about changing the relationship. You don't improve things you hate. You improve things you care about. When you treat your body like an enemy that needs to be punished into submission, you create a cycle of shame, restriction, rebellion, and guilt. But when you treat your body with kindness, something shifts. You start feeding it well because you care about it, not because you're trying to fix it. You move it because it feels good, not because you're trying to earn the right to exist. You rest it when it's tired, instead of pushing through with coffee and willpower until it breaks. There's a woman who spent 30 years hating her body. Every mirror was a reminder of failure. Every meal was a calculation. Every photo was scrutinized. She missed beach days with her kids because she didn't want to be seen in a swimsuit. She skipped gatherings because she didn't feel thin enough. And then she got sick. Really sick. The kind of sick where you realize your body isn't your enemy, it's your home. She survived. And when she recovered, something had changed. She looked at her body differently, not as something to perfect, but as something that had fought for her, that had carried her through, that deserved kindness, not criticism. Don't wait for a crisis to appreciate what's been carrying you this whole time. When you wake up and speak this affirmation, place your hand on your heart. Feel it beating. That's your body showing up for you again. Be grateful, be kind. Treat it like you would treat something precious, because it is. Your body has carried you this far. Honor it by commenting, "My body deserves my respect." Number 4. I will be present with my loved ones, not distracted. The people you love most are slowly becoming strangers. Not because you stopped caring, but because you stopped paying attention. You're in the same house, but living in different worlds. You hear words, but miss the meaning behind them. You see faces, but don't notice what they're not saying. And time doesn't pause while you figure this out. Epictetus lost people he cared about. He watched students leave. He experienced separation. And he said something that cuts deep. Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well. The Stoics weren't cold or unfeeling. They were realistic. They knew that people don't stay forever. Relationships don't pause. Connection doesn't wait. Your parents are getting older. Every time you see them might be one step closer to the last time. Your children are growing up. That little kid who wants to show you every drawing, tell you every story, hold your hand everywhere. They won't always want that. One day they'll stop asking, and you'll wish you had said yes more often. Your partner tells you about their day, and you nod while thinking about something else. Your friend calls, and you promise to call back later, but later never comes. Your sibling texts, and you leave it on read, planning to respond when you have more time. But you never have more time. You just have different distractions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." He wasn't saying loss doesn't hurt. He was saying that everything changes, everyone leaves eventually, and that makes the time we have with them sacred, not something to take for granted while we scroll through strangers' lives online. There's a father who worked every weekend. He missed soccer games, school plays, lazy Sunday mornings. He thought he was building a future for his family, and he was, but he was also missing their present. His daughter is 16 now. She doesn't ask him to come to things anymore. She's learned he won't be there. And he's standing in the doorway of her room, wanting to connect. But there's a wall between them now, built brick by brick. With every moment he chose work over presence. He can't undo that, but you can avoid it. Being present doesn't mean you never work. It doesn't mean you have no boundaries. It means that when you're with someone, you're actually with them. Phone down, mind here, eyes meeting theirs. Listening not to respond, but to understand. The Stoics practiced negative visualization. They imagined losing what they had to appreciate it more deeply. Try it. Imagine tomorrow you can never speak to your mother again, never hear your child's voice, never kiss your partner. Suddenly, that distracted conversation feels different, doesn't it? Suddenly, you want that moment back. Don't wait until it's gone to realize what you had. Seneca said, "We are always complaining that our days are few, yet act as though there would be no end to them." You act like there's unlimited time to connect, to be present, to show up fully. There isn't. Every day that passes with half your attention is a day you can't reclaim. Your loved ones don't need your perfection. They need your presence. They don't need you to have all the answers. They need you to be there while they figure things out. They don't need you to fix everything. They need you to witness their life, to share their joy, to hold their pain. When you speak this affirmation every morning, think about who you'll see today. Make a decision. Today, when they speak, you'll listen. When they're near, you'll be near, not physically near while mentally miles away. Because one day, you'll want one more conversation, one more ordinary moment, one more chance to be fully present with someone you love. Make sure when that day comes, you have fewer regrets than most. Make this promise to the people you love. Comment now. I give presence, not proximity. Number 5. Today I let go of one old anger that's hurting only me. You're carrying weight that doesn't belong to you anymore. Anger from 5 years ago, resentment from a decade past, bitterness about something that can't be changed. And it's not hurting the person who wronged you, it's only hurting you. They've moved on, they're living their life. Maybe they don't even remember what happened. But you're still there, still replaying it, still feeding it, still letting it poison your present moment. Marcus Aurelius dealt with betrayal at the highest level. People he trusted plotted against him. People he elevated disappointed him. Yet he wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." He didn't say, "Forgive and forget." He said, "Don't become what hurt you. Don't let their actions determine who you are." Think about the grudges you're holding. The person who hurt you 10 years ago, are they thinking about you right now? Probably not, but you're thinking about them. You're giving them free rent in your head. You're letting something that happened in the past control how you feel in the present. That's not strength, that's prison. The Stoics understood something powerful about anger. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Holding on to resentment doesn't punish them. It punishes you. It keeps you stuck in a moment that's already over. It prevents you from being fully present because part of you is still back there, still angry, still hurt. Epictetus taught, any person capable of angering you becomes your master. Think about that. When you can't let go of anger towards someone, you've given them control over your emotional state. They don't even have to be in the room. Just the thought of them can ruin your day. Is that the power you want to give away? There's a woman who hasn't spoken to her sister in 8 years. It started with something small, escalated into something bigger, and now neither of them can remember who was supposed to apologize first. 8 years. Holidays spent separately. Nieces and nephews who barely know each other. A relationship that's dying not because of hate, but because of pride. And every year that passes, it gets harder to bridge that gap. The silence becomes its own wall. The anger becomes familiar, almost comfortable. It's easier to stay angry than to be vulnerable enough to heal. But here's what she's losing. Time she'll never get back. Connection that's dying while she waits to be right. A relationship that could bring joy, but instead brings regret. Don't be her in 8 more years, wishing you had let it go today. Seneca said, "Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it." The original hurt happened once, but the anger, you're choosing that every single day. You're re-injuring yourself repeatedly by refusing to release what's already gone. This affirmation isn't asking you to reconcile with everyone who hurt you. Some people are toxic, some boundaries are necessary. This is about releasing the emotional charge. Letting go doesn't mean what they did was okay. It means you're no longer willing to carry the weight of it. You can acknowledge someone hurt you and still choose not to give them ongoing power over your peace. You can remember what happened and still decide that your freedom matters more than your resentment. When you speak this affirmation every morning, Identify one anger, just one. Maybe it's big, maybe it's small, maybe it's towards someone who's still in your life or someone who's not. And make a conscious choice. Today, I'm releasing this. Not for them, for me. Because every bit of anger you release creates space for something better. Peace, joy, presence, connection, things you can't fully experience while you're gripping onto old pain with both fists. Freedom starts when you let go. Prove you're ready by typing, "I release what poisons me." Number 6. I will do one thing today that my future self will be grateful for. You keep promising your difficult conversation. Tomorrow you'll begin that project. Tomorrow you'll make the change. But tomorrow never comes because when it arrives, it's called today, and you postpone again. Your future self is already living with the consequences of what you're choosing right now. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. He understood that waiting for things to feel right is just another form of avoidance. Action creates clarity, not the other way around. Think about the person you'll be in 5 years.